Let's look at 2024, this year alone. Nude photos of a former Green Hill employee found in an inmate's cell in February. A tort claim filed last month that says an inmate videotaped sex with his Green Hill counselor. And an alleged sex triangle with 2 employees and a young man serving a murder sentence. Emily Baker, who watches over juvenile offenders, now finds herself on the wrong side of the law. Baker works at the Green Hill School. It's her job to rehabilitate young male offenders like 22-year-old Robert Thompson, serving a 40-year murder sentence. Charging documents filed last week say Baker is suspected of sexual misconduct with Thompson, including security video showing them alone in a Green Hill supply closet for 18 suspicious minutes. She's pleaded not guilty. A week earlier, Baker's co-worker, Angel Meisner, entered a plea to a charge that she had sex with Thompson. Court documents say Meisner and Baker know of each other's relationship with Thompson.
If we find out that anybody participated, facilitated, or helped cover up this issue, we anticipate that they will be facing charges as well.
Founded in the 1890s, the Green Hill School stands today as the state's only maximum security facility for males up to the age of 25. But only now are we learning of the long secret history of abuses by some staff on young inmates. Documents from King 5's public records requests show settlements over the last few years of $4.4 million paid to 24 former inmates by the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, which runs Green Hill. The sex abuse claims date back as far as the 1970s. Sam Hawkins filed a claim. He's adjusting to the world outside prison, like tending to his yard, after spending much of his childhood and adult life behind bars.
I never imagined having a home when I was 18.
He was sentenced to Green Hill in 1990 for assault. His counselor took an interest in him. What was the first thing that made you say to yourself, this woman likes me?
Essentially, she started allowing me extra privileges. I was getting out of my room and being able to have more freedom than the other kids in the unit. As time went on, it turned into a sexual encounter.
The state did not admit wrongdoing, but it paid $325,000 3 years ago to settle Hawkins' sexual assault claim, money he used for a down payment on his first home.
I never thought I'd be in this position.
Why do you think the state settled Sam's case based on such little information?
Because the state knows that this is an issue, that it has been going on. It's really difficult to dispute that it's happening.
Attorney Patrick Brown of the law firm PCVA represented Hawkins and many others.
Some of these victims don't know what their harms are. They don't have the necessary ability to figure out how this has affected them. Shame, embarrassment, and then not being able to have meaningful relationships with others.
Brown's research has uncovered documents revealing Green Hill employees who resigned in lieu of termination or prosecution for sex abuse. And this 2004 letter to police from Green Hill staff members. They were alarmed that coworkers are not being held accountable and will simply find a new place of employment and continue their path of being a predator.
I have a case right now where a staff ended up marrying one of the Green Hill School residents who she had a sexual relationship with.
The State Patrol marched that employee, Aaron Stiebritz Snodgrass, out of Green Hill in handcuffs in 2016. Brown's current lawsuit claims she also had sex with another underage Green Hill inmate. In addition to the growing number of legal cases against Green Hill, we uncovered other reports of sexual misconduct.
I had a sexual relationship with a female staff member there.
Juwan is 25 years old and served 3 terms at Green Hill School.
She had met me in the locker room, and that's where everything was taking place. What man and doing time in prison, though, doesn't want to have sex, you know?
Juwan says the relationship with the female security officer soured, and she started mistreating him. When he reported it to administrators, he says they punished him.
Pending their investigation, they decided to send me back to prison.
Juwan provided documents showing a hearing board determined he does not present a serious threat to safety, as DCYF claimed when it sent him to adult prison. But that's where he remains today.
She definitely got away with what she did.
The female security officer worked at Green Hill for less than 6 months, but DCYF will not say why she left in 2022.
Is that a common story that somebody could be sent from Green Hill to prison if they file a complaint?
It is. It's not uncommon for staff to be given the option to just resign. So that way there is no investigation that'll happen.
It's more evidence that when it comes to sex abuse of young people, Green Hill has a history of looking the other way, then and now.
You're doing these interviews because this is so big, so many instances and cases have come about, and it's all coming to light.